So now you have, of course, achieved a lot of success in China. But what have been those major obstacles you have overcome? And also, anything thinking back and pitfalls that would have been, fatal if it wasn't avoided?
Yeah, so I mean, some of these obstacles will not be a surprise. The first one is IP protection. So if we're going to be operational and supporting customers in China, we need to make sure that we have our IP protected, and that's for the benefit of our customers and our supply chain partners. So I think an extra effort around IP protection for China is always an obstacle that you need to address. I think the other one, we touched on it a little bit earlier, competition. Local competition develops much faster in China than it does in Western countries. So that means if you're developing a product portfolio for China, you have to be super fast, yeah, because Chinese local competitors make advances quite rapidly. So staying ahead of the game on roadmaps and product development and innovation, that's really important, and it's a different pace in China. So the other one is the geopolitical landscape, where we need to tune into that and be sensitive to that. But what does that mean? It means you need to have local Chinese supply chains so that you're not influenced by maybe, restrictions or other things that are going to come up around, the geopolitical landscape. And then lastly, the one that I think was common to everybody, and hopefully it doesn't happen again, was COVID. Right in the middle of our key growth time was COVID. And so we had to manage our workforce. Customers were continuing to design, so we had to support them. Normally, we're very hands-on. When customers are bringing up phones, we're hands-on in the factory. That was difficult. So we did a lot of remote work to get over the COVID period. But hopefully that was just a one-off.
Yes, I think in the COVID, because China did not have lockdown in the first 2 years, international, and it's only later. So, and then when China actually entered into lockdown, UK almost came out. So in that sense, you had the remote working very well. You might just have missed that sort of total lockdown in between the two countries, right?
We were all really pleased when we got the freedom to travel into China. It was a big relief. We missed visiting customers, and hopefully we won't have to go back to that situation again.
So coming back to the challenges, geopolitics was a challenge, and it remains so. You mentioned the supply chain, which is mainly talk about supply chain in China. That's for the Chinese side. But from the UK side or the Western side, do you have also any implications from geopolitics?
No, I think the main one is to operate in China. It's very clear. Every meeting, Chinese customers want to talk about local supply, and we're very accommodating. We're trying to enable that in the bill of materials. We're trying to enable that in the supply chains. Our controller ICs that we sell into China are all manufactured and assembled in China. So when you start the development of a product, you naturally start it from looking at how can I get this manufactured in China, as opposed to getting it manufactured in other areas of the globe.
And do you have any like concerns or reservations that the fact that most of your business comes from China when it comes to present the company to investors or wider sense of a PR?
No, because we're diversifying our business. So China smartphones is very important. It's been our first market. We have other markets that we are pursuing. So we have the medical market, which is a global market. Actuators and precision actuation and controller ICs is applicable to that market. So that will take us into markets outside of China. We have been operating in the AR/VR market, which is predominantly outside of China right now. So in terms of when we were going through the investment rounds, the diversification of our business was an important point, but also it's the potential of the technology that we have. Our technology can go into multiple applications. It's just that we've been very successful in the China market, and we'll be successful in markets outside of China as well.